Okay, this is my 2019 Mazda CX-5 all-wheel drive that I hope to sell. These cars get really good reliability ratings on Consumer Reports, and they handle really well compared to their competition. But before I waste anybody's time, when you come and look at it, I just want to give all the pros and cons of it so that you can watch this video, and if you're still interested after the video's over, then so I try to be honest with everything I know about it. Let's start with this dent down here. You can kind of see that. I went off the road and we were pulling it back up onto the road, and that got caught and like pulled out a little bit, so that's kind of why it's all dinged up there. So the car's coming and going. We got a dent right here. You can't really see it. Well, there's a dent there. You can't see it, but there's a dent there. If I go, where'd it go? There it is. Can you kind of see it? It's obviously not very noticeable. The tires are good. They're snow tires right now. Lots of tread. I've got other tires that I took off. I'll give you both sets. I think the wheels are 17-inch wheels. These mirrors, they fold in when you park, and if there's a big truck behind you that's blinding you, you can fold them in. Sometimes this one doesn't fold in like it's supposed to, so full disclosure on that. I'm getting the windshield fixed Wednesday morning, so that won't be an issue. Factory crossbars. Oh geez, the windshield place is calling me right now. I'm gonna call him back. What else? It's an aftermarket towing hitch. The towing hitch bumps up against the muffler a little bit, so every once in a while you'll hear a noise because it's an aftermarket. It's just not designed perfectly. This I was reversing and slid on some ice and backed into a hill. Anyway, so that's what that's from. I have that light. I just need to try to put it back in. It's got the power lift. So far I've only talked about the negative things of it. There's also some dents up here. I don't know if you can see them. They're pretty hard. They're kind of hard to see, but it's kind of uneven there. So power lift gate. Push the button. It's also got a button right there to lock it. The back is nice. The inside's really in good condition. You know, you pull these levers to fold the seats down. You can fold just the middle seat down, which I like if you have skis and people with you. You got an outlet back, or a 12-volt outlet back here. Spare tire. I'm not sure if the spare is a full-size spare or a donut, but that's what it looks like. Leather seats, ventilated. All right, back here, seats are in good shape. 12-volt, or not 12-volt, 5-volt phone charger and heated seats, cup holders. It's got the ventilation for the back seat. This still has a bit of the new car smell to it. You can still smell that leather. Oh, this piece, same story. I hit something and it fell off. I think I drove through I don't know how it fell off, but I have the part coming. I ordered it, so it'll be here. As far as cosmetics go, I think this side's good. Other than that, obviously. Oh, I should show you underneath the vehicle as well. So you've got the proximity key, so if the car's locked, you just push the button and it unlocks it for you. I'm not going to say anything while I turn it on, so you can try to listen to the engine, but the cameras don't do that good a job. So that's the engine. It's got the heads-up display. You can see it right there. Adaptive cruise. The adaptive cruise is really good. I really like the adaptive cruise. You can be in stop and go traffic and the car will take the car all the way to a complete stop, and you'll have a, let's see, where's it not working? There we go. Oh, my seatbelt's not on. Anyway, it'll pop up and say hold right there. And then if you're in stop and go traffic, you don't even have to touch either of the pedals. You just hit resume if the car in front of you starts moving, and it starts moving again. So a lot of these adaptive cruise systems don't work in the lower speeds. This will take you all the way to a complete stop, which is really nice. This button, if your phone's plugged in, it'll do Google or Siri, so you can say reminders and stuff like that. You got the powered lift gate, lane departure, traction control, all that stuff. Up here you got your garage door openers, and I think this is like auto dimming. Automatic windshield wipers. So if you do one click down, it's auto, and then the windshield wipers will turn on automatically if it starts raining. And I think it has a fog sensor too, so like if your windshield gets foggy, it'll clear it out. So the tripometer, if you reset the tripometer, it'll also reset this mile per gallon counter, which is kind of nice. So you can, if you want to know what miles per gallon you've gotten since you reset the tripometer, which is nice because like if your work reimburses you for gas, you know exactly what miles per gallon you got for that trip, or since you reset it last. Automatic high beams. So if you, where is it? Oh, anyway, it'll have a little A down there. I can't seem to get it to turn on right now. Oh, probably because of the auto, because it's daytime. But you can set it so the high beams automatically turn off and on if there's a car coming. Dual climate control, so the passenger can have a different temperature, like that. Ventilated seats down here, heated seats up here. So in the summertime, these are gonna be really nice, so you're not getting sweaty. 12 volt right there. Turn those off so you can hear me, they're kind of loud. Heated steering wheel. Anyway, that's the infotainment. CarPlay. I assume it has Android Play. I know it has Apple Play. Got the plugs right here for the Apple. Oh, it needs SD card slot. Another 12 volt outlet. They've got little notches here so you can run the cord out without pinching it. And then just this. This is really nice because it works really well with Siri. You can like push the button and say text so and so, and it texts it. As far as the microphone goes, it works good. Like when I talk to people while I'm driving, the car's quiet enough that the person over the phone can hear me really good. It's got Bose speakers. So it's not on right now. I've been getting an intermittent check engine light. And so I went to AutoZone and pulled codes. It's a P126. I have more papers in the house on it. I took it to the Mazda dealership, and they said the part that they say it is $400, and then labor's another $400 if you have the dealership do it. Labor might be cheaper if you do it somewhere else. But the check engine light doesn't stay on. It like goes back off, then it comes on, then it goes off. And it's about the problem is related to the cooling system. So I would just watch this, the vehicle temperature. I've never had it go above the 210, the halfway mark. And so it seems to be able to regulate its temperature fine. So I don't know if it's an actual problem or if it'll get worse or go away, but I'll show you under the hood real quick so you can listen to the engine. And after that, I think we'll be done. It's got those little speakers on the side. There's the top part of all those buttons. Oh, it's got the sunroof. Obviously, that's important. Had to set the phone down to open it with both hands. And there's no tick to the engine or anything. There's a click, but it's like the mechanics, like the stuff over here, the engine. Anyway, it sounds normal. So that's what's up with that. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, let me put this back down. I kept the oil changed every 3,000 miles. This takes 0W20, so it's always had full synthetic because they don't make a non-synthetic 0W20. But the engine oil is super easy to change because if you drive it up on ramps, the oil pan is like the drain bolt is pointed that way, if that makes sense. And so it gets all of the last little bits of crud out of the oil pan. I don't know if that makes sense. So, because if the drain plug was pointed that way, you wouldn't be able to get as much oil out if it was up on ramps. So anyway, the oil changes are really effective. It takes exactly 5 quarts. It's like, well, 4.97 or something like that. So you just put 5 in. And I've always changed the oil filter with the oil. So I didn't anticipate selling this. I anticipated keeping it forever, but things have changed. Oh, it's got headlights that move when you turn. And the adaptive cruise sensors, well, there's sensors right there, but there's also some behind the Mazda logo. So if this gets covered in snow in the winter time, your adaptive cruise will stop working. So you have to pull over and wipe the snow off of it, off of the Mazda logo, and then it works again. But the windshield, this piece here, and this guy are all things I'm gonna fix. And I'm not gonna fix the engine light unless it stays on. So that's something to keep in mind. It's a possible issue, but it also might not be an issue. So anyway, thanks for looking. That's a long video of what this is.